Okay, so this is what the back end of the store looks like. This is what you will see, for example. Okay, so in this case, you can, as I mentioned earlier, you can basically set up all the front end menu. So I think I want to show you. This is the store, crypto-today.royalstore.cloud, right? This is what the store looks like. So there are various different menu options available, like how you want to set it up. And this is what this one looks like. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could change the store name, you could change the store description, you can set up an email, for example, where any questions come through. You can set up some like styling things right over here. You can also set up a location. So where is the company located, for example? Then you've got theme, logo, and favicon and social options as well. So you can select your own logo and colors as well. So if you wanted some particular colors for your theme, you could do that. I think these are logged because these are like very advanced things which you really should go via support to do. If you want to mess with the CSS, talk to the support team because that can really mess your store, especially when it's live. Okay, so you can do all of this here. You can collect, as I mentioned, payments either manually if you want to. So collect on delivery is one system, or you have these alternative payment options as I showed you earlier. And you can also offer subscriptions if you wanted to. Right, like this is for us actually. But then you've also got the domain settings, right? So you can add your own domain to this as well. So you can basically set a domain forwarding. Now, we've got a few other things in here for you. The ability to add Google Analytics, Tag Manager code, Pixel, even connection with WhatsApp API if you wanted to do that. So all that is in place. If you wanted to ship physical products, you could do that too. I mean, you could literally tell people like, hey, some of these products are physical products, and you could ship those as well. That's entirely up to you. But the magic happens here. So if I go into all products, this is where you add the products. So adding a product is quite easy. The two ways to do it, you can either just click here and add a new product. So for example, I could say, okay, this is a crypto box, whatever picture like I could find. So let me go back into Royal Store, right? Royal Cloud right now. So I'll just say crypto. Let me find crypto. Okay, this is kind of what I want. I mean, this is cool. So I'll just go ahead and download this one. Okay, it's 1644. So I'll come back to this. So I will enter the price. Like the price for this is, again, I'm creating the product, but it's going to have multiple images. Special price is like $2. Okay. Then some dates if you wanted to add, like if you wanted to give a discount, you need to add an SKU, which is again for e-commerce is important for tracking. So ABC 122. Okay. If you want to limit the stock, you can do that. All those things, fairly straightforward, fairly standard. Then when you have this product, you can set up the price. I mean, we already did that, but you can change the price if you wanted to. And this is where you start adding things, right? So this is where I would drag and drop this. Download these, let's say, images. And they look kind of squished here, but they're fine when you open them in full size. Right, so I've downloaded now, like I'm downloading 4 images, and look, this one's quite big. It's like 26 MB, but it's still downloading. So I'm just going to go back to this, and I'm going to drag and drop these images. There you go. Some of them are a little bit heavy, so it's going to take a few minutes, like 29 MB, 31 MB, because these are full sizes. So it's going to take a few minutes for these images to go through. Once they do, I'm ready to basically sell them. Okay. So I'll just wait for this one to finish. But again, this is what the store looks like right now. Okay, this is what the store looks like right now, and you can adjust it, you can customize it, change it as you want. It's entirely up to you. So let's go back to inventory. You can set the inventory as well if you wanted to, because this is digital. There's no need to manage stock, so it's kind of easy for you to do. And your customer will automatically receive the download link via email. Okay, so you can create the file. You can put in a URL. So let's go ahead and create the file. You can just give people a URL that they're going to download. So save those images somewhere, wherever you want to save them. And when someone buys, you basically deliver them that URL. You can do some SEO optimization here as well as you want. And you've got express checkout options as well if you wanted people to, let's say, buy in bulk. So you can set all this up. Done. Let's go back to all products. Oh, I think this one's incomplete, the one that we were doing. There you go, CryptoBox. I'll go into edit. Okay, let's publish this one, save changes. Item updated, as you can see over there on the top right. Let's go back into all products just to be sure. CryptoBox is over there. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. CryptoBox right here for $3. So I'll go in and you can see, okay, you can see these are all the images that we uploaded, basically 4 images, right? So people can buy this one in an instant and they would basically pay $3 for this. Or they can, of course, add more to cart as well. They can favorite this too if they wanted to. So again, this is a very, very quick demo to show you how to operate these Royal stores. When someone buys, the sales come in right here. You see the customer emails, their transactions. You see transactions right over here. And just in your dashboard right there, you know exactly how much money you have collected. So type in a 3 so far. By the way, if this looks cool, if this is something that you're looking at and you're thinking, wow, this is actually pretty awesome. It'll be easy to create this, right? That's the point. I mean, you could literally give this to a VA with somewhat decent internet and they can set up a store for you overnight. Now, luckily for you, today we also have some done for you stores that we can give you to get you started faster. So you don't have to worry about product delivery and whatever, but you can do all these things. Very awesome, right? Can I take away photos from a collection too? You can. You can just delete the photos. You can go back to the products and you'll see the content that's there. You can delete some of them. Okay. Lara, I think I'll let Lou or Constantine answer your question about that. I might have missed this, but can the number of times download be limited? It can. It can, yes. No, I mean, so you can't limit the number of times they download because you're basically giving them a URL. If you give them a URL, you can't do anything about that because they might share the URL with other people. You know, generally that can happen. So there is that. But of course, you know, if you find that someone's using it without actually purchasing it from you, and if you can like kind of ask them whether they got it, you can always go after them legally. But quite often it's not really worth it for these kind of images. Again, please try and understand, a lot of the content that you see here is not yours in the first place. It's stock content that basically exists out there in the ether anyway. So if someone was to download it and give it to their kid as well, you know, it's okay. Sell to more people. That's all you got to do. Okay. Where did we get the URL? Did we need hosting? So the URL basically can be yours, or we've got storage for you here as well. So if you go to my drive, for example, you can store, you've got, I can't remember how much space we give you. I think it's about 5 or 10 GB. I'll have to check that. Maybe Luke can kind of confirm that to me in a second. But you can just save your files over here as well. So you can deliver those. Okay, but for the bundle that we're going to offer you today, you get basically 15 gigs of storage. So you can just add them there, and that's how you can deliver them the URL. Okay, so 10 altogether, not 15, 10 altogether. Okay, cool. So someone would not report to RoyalStock if one of your customers find theft happening. I mean, look, you can report to us, but please understand that we're also getting content from other places. This is not our content. We have legal rights to basically give you permission to sell those from these stores, not otherwise from these stores. So, but if someone was to steal it, I mean, you'd have to go back to the creator, not us, because we're not the creator of this content. Okay. How can I sell stock photos if they are free photos in Pixabay? There are not that many free photos in Pixabay. And remember, Pixabay is only one source. We are collecting content from 23 sources. I mean, look, Dongo, I'll answer that question with another question. Why would you buy any training if there are free training videos on YouTube? Why do you ever buy training? If you have Microsoft Office access, why? There's like free alternatives out there. Right? So there's always going to be something that's cheaper or that's free. Always. But again, what you're doing is you're simplifying the process for your customers. You're giving them multiple assets in one go when they need it for a ridiculously good price, which doesn't cost you anything. It's not like you have to pay a percentage out for your sales. You don't. You keep everything that you make. Are you with me? So Abdul is 10 gig for the bundle deal that we're going to be offering it to you today. Okay. So it's niche-based collection, right? That's the key difference. You're thinking about like, okay, someone's going to go to Pixabay and download an image. You are offering a whole collection, 5, 10, 50, 100,000 assets in one go. They're not going to get that easily. They're not going to get that for a one-time low price. They're just not going to. Okay? Cool. Saving time for them. Look, folks, that's exactly what it is. You're basically helping your customers and they're going to pay you for the service of gleaning collections. Like they don't have to go through and find the content that they need. You have created that already. And again, I swear, this is the same thing as, oh, but I can just go watch this on YouTube for free. Well, go do that then. Why are you paying for courses? Right? Yeah. So there's literally that. I mean, you could basically, always eat at home. Why do you go to restaurants? Why do you spend that extra money for the experience? This is where curated, exactly. This is where I really need you to move away from that consumer mindset where I get shit for free and move to the creator mindset where you're giving people value. And honestly, if you can't realize, and again, some more tough love time, if you can't realize the value for yourself for taking basically free stuff, packaging it free stuff to you, because of course you pay one-time payment, but you don't have to pay after that. But if you can't find the value of taking that, packaging it up, keeping 100% of the money, nothing will ever be valuable. Nothing. And I mean it. Because in every case, you'll find an objection. You'll find like, oh, maybe, but if I do this, they do that. What if I do the work, they don't pay? You have to have the creator mindset to really benefit from this. Otherwise, and again, I really genuinely mean it, you're going to keep buying products without getting results because you never will be on the other side. You will always be a consumer. With this, we're giving you an opportunity to be a creator without having to create yourself. And again, time for tough love, but I hope you understand how this is different from everything that you've been seeing and purchasing all this time. All this time, everything you've been seeing and purchasing is for your consumption. This one transforms you and puts you in a journey to be a creator without the headache of actually creating. Are you with me? Type in a yes if you understand how big this is and can be for you. Cool. Good. Good. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. It's a concierge service, what you're offering. I mean, it's the same as Uber Eats, right? So I don't want to go out to a restaurant all the time, like I do sometimes, but I don't want to always do that. So we just offer Uber Eats at home. That's really kind of it. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. So actually, no, before I go back to the presentation, I want to show you something else still. Let me show you something cool. Okay, so we've got this app as well, which you will get today too, by the way, where you can create music. You can create music that is unique to you. Okay, so here's what you can do. Let's go to AI tracks. We have a lot of artificially created tracks for you here, but I want you to create your own music. I mean, before this session, I was using this and I created my own jazz music. So I want to do that again for you. I want to show you how much fun this can be. So I'll go for jazz. I'll go for short, by the way, in this case, and then I'll go next. I'm going to set the mood to be jazzy because they have that option as well. And then I'll pick jazz just to be simple. Let's say fast in this case. Create track. It takes about a minute or so, and it's going to create a track for you. Like it's done. I'm going to play it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it because it'll come from my computer, but let's try. So just FYI, you heard that this is music that we just created in front of you. This music didn't exist before I pressed that button. It was specifically created for this. Now, FYI as well for this is not the content that you can sell. Okay, this is the content that you can use for yourself, and you can use in derivative work, but you can't like just give access to someone of this audio file. But this is something you will get access to today as well. And for me, look, I'm a creator at heart, and there's nothing more fun, more amazing than creating a music that I didn't have to create. I'm no jazz player. I have no musical bone in my body. But if I can just create these kind of tracks, even just to listen to it myself, that is pretty cool. Okay, yeah, exactly. Don says with Royal Composer also you got music, photos, and video. Boom. And then you also have within the RoyalStock, by the way, you do have I think audio. Like I want to go check, or we did at least. So I'll circle back to that a little bit later once I have some clarity. But what I want to do is I want to proceed with the presentation, and I want to show you what it is that you can do. Or actually, wait, I was wrong. Lou tells me that you can actually sell the created music. So let me clarify that. Lou, but it just says over here, let me just paste it for you. And I'm guessing you've talked to Rahul about that. But yes, Lou says you can sell the created music. The music that you have created is yours to sell. So there you go. Unless I'm just clarifying with Lou right now. But we'll just check with Rahul, but we'll tell you if you can't. But at least you can use this for yourself. Plus, you've got some options here for text to speech as well. Okay, you've got options here for text to speech as well and speech to text. So you can do both here from within the software.